Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to see you all. We are back once again with another beautiful, wonderful session of Trivs At Home. I am your host, Jeremy, aka the People's Dwarf, and it is a pleasure to be with you all once again. We were just here yesterday, which is great. So, yeah, look at that, back-to-back trivia we're starting off with for Fridays and Saturdays now. So, 7 p.m. PST. But I guess if you're from my hometown in Melbourne, that's Saturday and Sundays from 12 noon. Or for my friends over in Osaka, Japan, 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. But wherever you are, welcome. It is a pleasure to have you all here, and it's so good to be doing this once again. We are now in, well, it's still kind of sunny. I guess the sun is kind of setting, but it is scorching hot. It is so crazy hot today in Cali. It's literally been like 111 plus. Which is like 43, 44 degrees Celsius for those who are from where I'm from. Yeah, it's just been an absolute scorcher. And it actually, driving in it, it looks like a normal day kind of outside. When you're in the car with the air conditioner, it just looks like maybe a 25 degree cool day, chill day. But no, it's definitely not. It is just thick. It is hot. So I will say in advance, if I suddenly cut out, it's because there's a massive power outage. I know when we've had 100 plus degree weather days that we have had a couple of power outages, so I do apologize in advance if we do, but fingers crossed we can get through some amazing trivia. So we've got a sports theme going on tonight, so sports themed trivia. Welcome to everyone. I'm going to throw up just the text over here so that way people can get a rough idea on how things are going to work before we kick things off in about 5-6 minutes-ish. We allow people to just rock up a little bit late and get involved. But yeah, so what you guys need to do now, the way it works is that you guys go over to, I keep doing the wrong hand, to triviarat.com. And then you go onto the player login section and enter the room code Trivs At Home, which is where we are. And then you'll be prompted to enter a player or team name, so then you can come up with a cool, creative, fun team name for yourself or the team that you are playing with. And then you'll be taken to a page where you'll have your name and other teams where there'll be a scoreboard. When we begin the rounds, I will go in as an admin to the Trivia Rat site and click Game On, which will then take that page to an answer section. And that's how you guys will be submitting your answers. So during the round, you can submit them. There's a question repeat section at the end, so you can double check answers before I end up closing it. So I will close the answer submissions in the breaks, and then I'll be marking them as we go. You guys can actually see live marking and score updates from that page. So once the answer section's closed, you'll go back to the scoreboard section, and then when I'm marking, you guys will see the marking. When we come back from the break, then we go into the answers from the previous round and begin the new round. And we rinse and repeat for a couple of rounds. So I guess tonight, the theme of the trivia is going to be up here. So sports is what we're going with tonight, a sports-themed trivia. So it is a team and solo play encouraged regardless of where you are, where you're watching it, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, however you're watching this. First off, welcome, and it's so cool to have you all here. Thanks for tuning in. And second, yeah, you can literally play wherever you're watching this from. On any of those platforms, it's broadcasting to all of them, which is great fun and really good. So yeah, team and solo play, whoever you're with, you can totally play on your own, or if you've got family, friends, acquaintances, your pets with you, by all means, get them involved. They can, like, touch the screen, on, especially for the multiple choice questions. They could maybe touch which answer they think is correct. That's right, get the animals involved. Why not? Have a bit of fun with it. But yeah, so 4 rounds of trivia that we've got going on. 10 questions per round. Correct answers get you 1 point. Incorrect answers do not lose you any points. So I highly encourage guessing, just in case you may get lucky and you get a couple of extra points for having a guess. We will be having breaks between each round, as I mentioned, so we go through the questions, 10 questions, then there'll be a question repeat section where they'll appear on the screen in blocks of 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10, and then we launch into a break, alright? So that's how the layout is going to be. Now, I do trust that no one is going to be Googling answers and cheating, because we're here just to have a bit of fun, guys. It's friendly competition, so no Googling answers, and no putting answers in the comments either, okay? So that's what this one is here. Well, I guess I can use this hand. That's what this top question is for here. No putting answers or spoilers in the comments, guys. You can, however, put joke answers in. I appreciate joke answers and funny answers, and so do everyone else playing. We do get a lot of laughs out of all that, so if you want to throw in some joke answers to questions, by all means do so, and I'll happily read them out. And sometimes I'll reward an extra point or a few for joke answers. So that is there. So joke answers are okay, but real answers, hold on to them and keep them yourself. You can use a pen and paper or note-taking app device just to keep track of your answers, because when you submit them to me on Trivia Right and I close the answer section off at the end of each round, they all come to me, so you will no longer have access to them. Just in case you want to keep track of them, you don't have to. If you want to, don't worry about that part, but it's totally up to you on your playstyle and your method. So again, triviarat.com, go to the player login section. Trivs at Home is the room code, and then choose your team name, and that's how we get the ball rolling. But again, we've got sports trivia tonight. We've got 4 rounds. Round 1, I believe, is about esports. That's right. We're a whole round on esports, and esports is huge, and there is so much money involved in it. So if you didn't know, you're about to learn some really cool fun facts about esport as well. Then round 2 is about motorized sports and sports with animals. So it's a multiple choice. It's literally going to be, is the sport a motorized sport, a sport with animals, is it with both, or is it with neither? So that's the multiple choice for round 2. Round 3 is a picture round on aquatic sports. So all different types of aquatic sports for the picture round. And then round 4, the confidence round, as usual, which is an anything and everything goes random questions round. Big points up for grabs in that particular round, but I'll explain how that works when we get a little bit closer to it. But good to see everyone here. I'm just going to check and make sure that all the streams look like they're working and coming through A-OK, which is always great to see. Everything's up and running, people are here, which is awesome, so I do appreciate you guys being here. Now, I won't give personal shout-outs to people when they log in. I know some people just like chilling and hanging out. That's totally fine, but if you do want to engage with me, I totally encourage it in the comments so then I can read and engage and get back to you on stuff. So, if you just want to play along with the trivia, that is totally A-OK. Just kick back and watch. I won't need to say anything or do a shout-out to you if you don't want. But if you do want a shout out, or you do want to ask me questions or any sort of mention, drop it in the comments and I will happily reply and, chat away and encourage and, engage with you all. That's what I'm here for. I'm an engaging host. That's what part of the host's job is. So, just want to make sure that is A-OK and you guys all know about that. So I'll just make sure that I'm still logged into the Trivia Rat page, because if I wasn't, that would be a little bit upsetting. Because I think yesterday, actually, we literally was talking about, in regards to the Trivia Rat site, sometimes, well, on accident, if you actually close the tab accidentally and you need to go back in again, or if it just, for some reason, logs you out, what you do, just again, go straight back in, wrong hand, Jeremy again, triviarat.com, room code, Trivs at Home, for the player login, and then when you go in to enter it again, just put, whatever team name you previously had, and then put a 1 or something next to it, and then I'll see that on the score sheet, and I can just add the previous team scores from, say, you get kicked out from after round 1, so I'll add your round 1 points from your previous team name onto the new one that you've entered in, okay? So I can do all that. It just lets me know that you were unfortunately kicked out, or you closed it accidentally, or Trivia for some reason kicked you out. It did it to me yesterday while I was doing this speech, which is hilarious. It was literally ironic that I was the one that got kicked out after doing this whole spiel and saying how cool they were, and then they just decided to play a prank on me and kick me out. So yes, it does actually happen. Doesn't always happen, but it does happen, so just re-log in, add a 1 or a 2 or something next to your team name, and I can just adjust the points accordingly when I see it. You can let me know in the comments that it happened to you if you want, or you can just wait for me to notice it when I go through the markings for each round. So either way, I will notice it eventually, just not during the round. It'll be at the end of each round when I'm marking. So that's how it works, guys. Trivia Act, good times. But yeah, breaks between each round, so you guys will be able to grab drinks, food, snacks, go to the restroom, toilet, whatever you need to do, or we sometimes actually have some Rebus puzzles up on the break screen, and you guys can just do some cool sports. Malcolm Rotelli, welcome. Sorry, I just saw your comment now over on Facebook. Esports, sports that start with the letter E. I hope so. LOL. Yes, Malcolm, that is exactly what esports are. Rock Ultra, good to see you, mate. No, esports are actually all electronic sports. That's what the E stands for. Electronic sports, so video game sports. That's right. There's a huge industry in it, and there is so much money in it too. It's crazy. So that's what you're about to learn, Malcolm, and everyone else playing as well. But Rock Ultra, good to see you as well over on the Twitch stream. I know people tend to jump in a little bit late to this. That's why I tend to drag on a little bit at the start. So that way, and once we start getting going, then everything is A-OK to go from there. And what I also do, I'll have my little phone set up as well, so that way I can keep things on track and on time, because it is scorching hot here, and we'll be using the AC during the break, that's for sure. I'm already sweating just sitting here. Just sitting. And I'm sweating. And we had the AC going, all afternoon in this room. That's what I mean. I've literally been here for what? How long have we been on? For like 10 minutes, not even. And I'm just sitting here sweating. That's how hot it is in Cali, guys. That's how hot the room gets, even without, like, the AC was on. It's crazy. Crazy! That's okay. I have my trusty water. And then I also have my trusty beer again. Oh, you can read the label this time better, because I haven't got that light on, because that just gets too hot and looks crazy. You got no notification on the Twitch. Oh, what are you doing, Twitch? Why are you letting me down with no notifications, man? You gotta let my people know that the trivia is up and running. Why would you not notify my people? Twitch, you are the important people. I know everyone wants to get involved with sports and all the rest of it. Let me see, maybe if I update the text on it. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe it just kind of like freaked out a little bit. Maybe if I do it done, it'll send out a notification again. But that's a bit disappointing that it didn't update. But thank you for letting me know, Rock Ultra, that that's what happened. But I'm glad that you are good with it. Lani Gunati over on Facebook. Hisashi Booty, which is long time no see in Japanese. Good to see you. It is great to see you, actually. Turn the AC... Well, the problem with having the AC on while we do this, Lani, is that it makes a lot of noise. And it affects, obviously, the sound coming through when I'm doing the trivia. So, as much as we'd love to have it on, it's super noisy, which means you guys won't be able to hear me. And all you'll hear is this... kind of weird, staticky noise. And it just sounds really horrible. So, as much as I'd love to have it on, I am sacrificing myself for you guys. So, don't worry. It's alright. I can make do. But that's why we'll have it on in the break, so I'll be able to stay alive and keep bringing you guys some amazing trivia, alright? So that's how it's going to work. But Lani, you actually, I think, haven't been here since we've done the trivia app thing. So if you're doing the submitting answers and stuff, we're doing it through a website now, where you just log in with a team name, and then you can just use a website to actually submit your answers. So you can try and use that if you like. Otherwise, if you still want to do the Facebook Messenger method, that's okay, because my mum still does that too. And you can still just send your answers to me through Messenger, and I can add you in manually to the team, so that's totally fine. But yes, I know, it is a bit rough. I'm already sweating again on my face, but that's okay. I'm just gonna wipe with my one-piece towel that I have. And Rock Ultra says I have my heating on, because it's cold. Isn't it crazy that in different parts of the world we can literally have such drastic opposite temperature temperatures in the weather? That's what I'm trying to say. I've been out all day, guys. I've actually went back and did my escape room job today, so this is the first time I'm sitting down and I'm hosting, so it's beer o'clock. But it's also trivia o'clock. So, alright, without further ado, let's get things started, shall we? So now that I've explained the rules, and again, if you have any questions at any point, drop them in the comments and I will happily answer them for you. But for now, let's move on over to round one, which again, sports themed, again, sitting up there. Esports is the theme, and this is where the round numbers will appear, so you know what rounds you're up to. I've kept the text over on this side as well, so maybe I could just look at stuff and be like, this text here, read that. Now we don't have to point to it, I can just look. But yeah, so that's why if anyone joins in a little bit later, they know how to get involved. Questions will appear down here in the little blue box, so that's where you guys will be seeing it. And I'll go over to Trivia Arts to click Game On for everybody there. And that way they'll know how that they'll go to the answer screen. So that should be all good. Again, as you always do, let me know in the comments if the Game On thing doesn't actually work or isn't working. But it should be active now as we bring up question 1 for the esports round. So, question 1 is this. SK Telecom T1 are an accomplished e-gamers associated with which game, winning the game's World Championship 3 times? That's a really weird sentence. I'm going to try that again. SK Telecom T1 are accomplished e-gamers associated with which game? And they won the game's World Championship 3 times. So you need to tell me what game they are so accomplished and associated with. Oh, there we go. Risa, you have been suggested by Rock Ultra to stand with a paper fan and manually fan me while I'm doing this. She's actually... There you go. She's here just behind.
I paid enough for this.
Yeah, we don't get paid enough for this, mate. No, she's going to be singing for you guys later, so that means I would have to return the favor and be fanning her when she's singing. But yes, no, it's all good. It's all good. So SK Telecom T1 are accomplished e-gamers associated with which game? Winning the game's World Championship 3 times, so guess the game. That's pretty much this question. Question number 1. Number 2. Combined, how much did the top 3 eSport players earn in 2015? To the closest million. Alright? So to the closest million. So you got 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, 7 million, however many millions. But to the closest million. Combined, how much did the top 3 eSport players earn in 2015? Now, for those who aren't familiar with esports, again, when we go through these answers, you're about to learn just how much money and stuff is involved with this. Craziness. Esports for the win. What am I doing? Is trivia technically an esport? I don't know. Well, not really. Well, this one kind of is because it's online. Pay me in the millions, esport people. Sponsor me or something. I'm good. Trust me. Ask my fans, my followers. I'm great.
Ask your fan and your air conditioner.
Yeah, my fan and my air conditioner. Ask them both. Risa with the pun, ladies and gentlemen. In the back, just throwing it at me. I love it. Good work. Number 3, which NBA sporting team franchise was the first to invest in esports? Which NBA sporting team franchise was the first to invest in esports? So think of any NBA sporting team and pick one if you don't know. Again, this is going to be a little bit maybe trickier than, I guess, yesterday's trivia. Well, it depends. Depends if you're knowledgeable in esports, then you're going to smash this. If you're not so knowledgeable, then you've still got multiple choice pitch round and the final round to win back mad points. Rock Ultra loved your pun, babe.
Oh, bless. He gets me. She gets me. They get me.
It's a he.
He gets
Well, he's playing with his family, so there could be she's and he's.
They
Could
get
be
me.
and pets and dogs and cats. I don't even know who else in Ultra's family is playing, but they're all there. So hello, all the family. Welcome. Pleasure to have you here. Number 4, Twitch.tv is a social video platform and community for gamers. Ironically, I'm on one of the platforms. That is the one I'm on. Who bought Twitch in 2014 for nearly $1 billion? Twitch.tv is a social video platform and community for gamers. Who bought Twitch in 2014 for nearly $1 billion? Twitch.tv / The People's Dwarf is a social video platform and community for gamers. Yeah, and trivia people. And fitness buffs. That's me. Who bought Twitch in 2014 for nearly $1 billion? Nearly $1 billion. Question number 5 now. What country was the first to recognize esports as an official sport in July 2001? There you go. That's how long esports has been a thing. Well, at least recognized by a country. The first time it was recognized by a country. I mean, it probably existed prior to that, but then a country went, you know what? We're going to make this like full national. Official. Officially national. Hey, Laser Beaver on Twitch. Hello there. Welcome. We're doing some trivia if you feel like playing along. All you need to do is jump onto trivia.com, enter the room code Trivs At Home under the player login, choose a team name for yourself, and then get amongst the trivia. It's all good fun. We're doing sports. This one's all on esports at the moment for round 1. So you see which round we're up to as we progress. Questions will appear down here on the screen. It's your job to answer them and get points for them. So welcome. Hope you're a trivia sports fan. We've got multiple choice and picture rounds coming up as well, so a variety of different trivia rounds involved in this Trivs At Home here. Question number 6, the International TI, or T1, TI, it's actually small on my screen, so I can't tell if it's an I or a 1, is an annual DOTA 2, Defense of the Ancients Championship tournament, hosted by Valve Corporation. How much was the prize pool for the 2015 tournament? So question 6, how much was the prize pool for the 2015 tournament? And again, to the closest million. I just didn't fit that in the question, but to the closest million for this answer as well for question 6. And all good. I'm Beaver. Good to see you in here. Appreciate you tuning in. Well, that's okay if you don't know much about sports. That's why we've got multiple choice and picture rounds, because then it's pretty much based on what you can see and how lucky you are at guessing. Or maybe there's someone with you that you can team up with and get involved in regards to sports. But yeah, to the closest million for this question here, International TI is an annual DOTA 2 Defense of the Ancients Championship tournament hosted by Valve Corporation. How much was the prize pool for the 2015 tournament? Number 7. The earliest large-scale video game competition took place in 1980. What game was played? The earliest large-scale video game competition took place in 1980. What game was played? Think about, video games back in the 80s, guys. Well, that's what I mean, esports, but it's all like mentally training. It's mentally physical. It's competitive. Makes you think, makes you strategize. There's teamwork involved in some of them. Esports, it's the thing, mate. But yeah, welcome Laser Beaver over on Twitch. And feel free to give us a follow if you do like trivia. We do it twice a week, Fridays and Saturdays at the same time, 7 PM PST. I also do fitness videos as well as some video game streams as well. So if any of those things interest you or anyone you know, feel free to follow and keep up to date with the stuff that I do. Number 8 now. What were the 2 top console games by esports hours watched on Twitch and YouTube Gaming in the first 4 months of 2018? So Jan to April. So in other words, name the 2 top console games with the most hours watched on Twitch and YouTube Gaming in the first 4 months of 2018. So think of popular games, console games in 2018. I'll give you half a point for each. Keep that in mind. Alright, so the Periscope chat's working. That's right, Source. Number 9. I'm sweating again. Name 2 of any 6 categories that are considered as an esport. Name 2 of any 6 game categories. Sorry, guys. Just literally need to wipe this sweat. Name 2 of the any 6 game categories that are considered as an esport. So think of different gaming types, different types of games, game types, genres. Think what I consider as an esport, and that's what you're going to be putting for your answers. Almost at the end of the round, guys. One more question. I know esports was a little bit trickier. These questions were tricky to start things off, but it's okay. I believe in you guys. And besides, we've got some cool rounds coming up, so hang in there, guys. It's okay. Question number 10. Newzoo estimates the global esports market generated how much in 2018? And again, to the closest... you know what? To the closest 100 million. Yep, you heard me. To the closest 100 million. Remember how I said there's a lot of money in it? Newzoo estimates the global esports market generated how much in 2018? To the closest 100 million. That's right, the previous ones were like, closest million. Yeah, that's pretty good. Closest 100 million. Bam. Mic drop. Actually, don't drop the mic. I just bought it a couple of weeks ago. I don't want to drop it. It's my baby. Alright, so now we end at the end of the round, guys. What's going to happen is you guys can still obviously submit your answers for now, so that's totally fine. But what I'll do now is question repeat time. So questions 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10 are going to pop up on the screen here for about 30 to 45 seconds. Then we're going to launch into the break screen. During that break screen, I will close the answer submissions for round 1. And then on the Trivia At site, you'll just be taken back to the scoreboard, and I will go through and mark your answers for round 1. When we come back, we'll go through the answers so you guys can see how you all did as well, which ones you got correct and not correct. And then we'll move into round 2, and that's how it works. We rinse and repeat that method for 4 rounds. 4 exciting rounds of trivia. And remember, we've got multiple choice picture rounds and the competence round still to come. So that was the esports round. Hope you guys enjoyed that and did pretty well. If not, don't stress. We're here to have some fun and also learn. We're here to learn. I learned a lot about this because I wasn't too familiar with esports and especially how much money was in it. Dang. But yeah, so it's amazing. So again, question repeats and then we go into a break and we'll be back soon, guys. See you soon. Hello ladies and gents, welcome back! And that's how quickly I can actually mark the scores! How cool is this? Trivia Rat seriously is a mad time saver. So I'm glad that is now a thing that I'm able to utilize to make this just run so much more smooth. But yeah, so the esports round is done. Thank you for those who submitted your answers. And if you're just joining, it's totally a-okay. All you need to do is jump onto triviarat.com, enter the room code as a player, Trivs At Home, and then choose your team name and jump on in. It's never too late to join, especially when the last round you can get some big points. So that's usually a game-changing round anyway. So, now that we've done that, let's go through the answers to round 1 so you can all see how you actually did. So, SK Telecom T1 or accomplished e-game is associated with which game? Winning the game's World Championship 3 times. That would be League of Legends. League of Legends was the game for question 1. Number 2. Combined, how much did the top 3 eSport players earn in 2015? To the closest million. Well, that would be 5 million. They actually got $5,190,228 between the 3 of them. So 5 million would be the closest million. See? Big money. We're talking money, guys. It's a big industry. Number 3, which NBA sporting team franchise was the first to invest in esports, not team sports, esports. That would be the Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers for number 3. Number 4, Twitch.tv is a social video platform and community for gamers where some of you are also watching this right now. Who bought Twitch in 2014 for nearly $1 billion? Well, that would be Amazon. Amazon was the team that bought it in 2014. Amazon. Number 5. What country was the first to recognize esports as official sport in July 2001? That would be Russia. Russia was the first country to nationally also recognize esports as an official sport. Well done, Russia. There you go. Good on ya. Number 6. The International TI is an annual DOTA 2, or Defense of the Ancients, Championship tournament hosted by Valve Corporation. How much was the prize pool for the 2015 tournament? Well, that would be 18 million, or over $18 million was the total prize pool. 18 million. 18 million. See? We're getting up. We're going up. We're going up in the numbers, guys. It's craziness. Absolute craziness. Number 7. The earliest large-scale video game competition took place in 1980. What game was played? Well, that would be one of the originals. It was Space Invaders. Space Invaders was the first large-scale video game competition that took place in 1980. It's a big game, a good old Space Invaders. That's pretty cool. Like a big throwback to one of the original games. Number 8. And yeah, right, very interesting all this stuff, Rock Ultra. So much money in it, mate. What were the top 2 console games by esports hours watched on Twitch and YouTube Gaming in the first 4 months of 2018 in Jan and April? That would be Call of Duty World War II and FIFA 18, or 2018. So FIFA 18 and Call of Duty World War 2. I didn't actually have the total amount of hours watched, but I remember it being a lot. It was a big number. Number 9, name 2 of any 6 game categories that are considered an esport. Well, if you said multiplayer online battle arenas, battle royales, real-time strategy games, first-person shooters, fighting games, or sports games, then you would be getting at least a half point or a full point if you got at least 2 of those. So there you go. Those are the types of esport games. And then the last question, Newzoo estimates the global esports market generated how much in 2018? Well, to the closest 100 million, it was $900 million. $900 million. That's how much it global esports market generated. 900 million. See, there is huge money in here. That's crazy. That is crazy indeed. And I seem to have some fluff hair on my hand. It's getting all stuck to me. Because I'm getting all sweaty and sticky, it's gross. Now anything's sticking to me. Like glue. But yes, there we go, guys. So, with that down, we can now move on to a new round. So, it's going to be round 2, ladies and gents. Again, multiple choice, and wow! Look at that! A new thing up next to my face right here. So what I'll do, I'll go back over to trivia, right? And do new round, so all the answers are locked in. And then click on good old game on. So that means that can be all up and running, ready for you guys to chime on in. So there we go. So what's going to happen is it's multiple choice with motorized or with animals. So questions will be down here, and in the blue box here to my right is going to be the possible answers. So motorized or with animals, you need to tell me which kind of sport it is. So for example, question number 1 is jousting. Is this a motorsport, a sport with animals? Is it both or is it neither? That's what we're looking at here. So question number 1. Whoops, let me get that up here. Gotta start timing the trivia and make sure I keep on track and on schedule, and also so I don't die of heat overheating. Heat overrizing. That sounds cool. Instead of overheating, heat overrise. Yeah. Jousting. Is it a motorsport, animal sport, both or neither? Question number 1. This cold beer is doing really good, but it's getting warm kind of quick. So there you go, those who were unfamiliar with esports, what are your thoughts on them now? Now that you know how much money is generated in them, and what is considered an esport, and tournaments, what do you think now? A lot of money, eh? Craziness. Question number 2, air racing. Is it a motorsport, animal sport, both or neither? Air racing, motor, animals, both, neither. See, multiple choice, guys. Much easier. Even if you don't know, you've got a 1 in 4 chance, 25% chance in guessing the correct answer. Again, you don't lose any points for guessing, so try. As Aaliyah says, pick yourself up and try again. Dust yourself up and try again. That's why I'm not the singer, guys. I rap, I host, I act, do character voices, but I don't sing. Well, you know what? That's a lie. I did do some singing, but I just don't sing very well, I don't think. Yes. Number 3, Camel Wrestling. Yep, it is exactly what that says. Camel Wrestling. This was also really cool. See, the lovely thing about looking up trivia questions is you learn random things. And when I'm looking up, like, topics and questions, I'm always like, I need to throw stuff in there that may be a bit tricky or bizarre or weird, or allow me an opportunity to put, like, a potential question or answer as, a bit of a funny one. And this. Yep. Apparently, camel wrestling is a thing. It's a sport. Yeah. Is it a motorsport? A sport with animals? Is it both, or is it neither? Or yeah, or is that entire spiel that I just gave you a complete lie? Because a neither would be a lie sport. So, am I making it up? Is camel wrestling a thing, or am I full of it? That is what you need to answer. Motorsport, animal sport, both, or neither. As in, doesn't exist. Number 3 there. Number 4, tractor pulling. Is it a motorsport, animal sport, both, or neither? Tractor pulling. Motor, animal, both, neither. That's right. Enjoying this. This trivia's going nicely, very smooth. Very, very smooth. That's my question number 5 now. Pigeon Racing. Pigeon Racing, that's right. We're racing pigeons. Now, is it a motorsport, an animal sport, both or neither? Remember? Am I giving trick questions in this? I do try and look up stuff like that. See if there are random things, unique things, or just made up things. Which I do like to include sometimes. Gotta throw some curveballs in there. Get it? Curveball, because it's a sport, and it's related to sport. Yeah, sport puns, for the win. Yep. Yep, that's what I'm doing, even if I'm only entertaining myself. Buzkashi. Buzkashi? Buzkashi? Buzkashi. Kashi. Is it motor, animals, both, or neither? Right? Starting off a little easy, getting you guys into it, and then Jeremy's throwing some curveballs with some weird named or potentially weird suggested sports. Am I? I don't know. Can you read this face? Are you face readers? Can you tell whether I'm lying or not through the webcam? Buzkashi. Motor, animals, both, or neither? For sports trivia here. Number 6. Number 7. Slot car racing. Motor, animals, both, or neither? So I didn't even switch up, like, motor, animals, both, or neither's positions. I just kept them there. Also just made it easier for setup and layout. Because I put these all in straight after we finished trivia last night. Which actually works out well. Because I'm all hyped up from doing this with you guys. You guys make me all hyped up and happy, so it was cool doing some extra trivia afterwards. Ah, that's actually a really good beer. I like that. It's got hints of pomegranate and strawberry. And it's, yeah, it's not too, like, overpowering, but it's just enough to make the beer a little bit sweet. It's nice. Did you try this one yet, babe?
Which one?
The Golden Road Balboa Blonde?
Yes, I have. It's good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I like it.
There we go, guys. We got 2 thumbs up. Well, 4 thumbs up. You just can't see Risa's yet, but recommending that beer. There you go, Golden Road. You want to sponsor me? Come on, get on board. Gymkhana. Jeremy, you're getting with weird names now. Gymkhana. Is it motor, animals, both, or neither? Gymkhana. Motor, animals, both, or neither? And so the beautiful thing with multiple choice as well, because even I can try and throw some curveballs at you, or maybe lie to you. Not lie to you, but I mean, it would be because it's one of the answers that we can do for the neither. But, like, I can do stuff like this because you can't be like, I don't know. Well, it's a possible answer. The answers are on the screen. You just need to pick which one it is. Except for the first round. That was a bit trickier. But that's the variety of the rounds. Sometimes they're easier, sometimes they're harder, sometimes they're tricky, sometimes they're crazy. Gymkhana. Is it real? Is it a sport? Is it a motorized sport? Is it with animals? Does it have both? Motorized animals. That would be cool. Motorized animals. What about crufts? Yep, crufts. Is it motor, animals, both, neither? Motor, animals, both, neither. Motor, animals, both, neither. M-A-B-N. Which is actually A, B, C, or D. Oh, I could have done that for the multiple choice. Ah, opportunity missed. Opportunity missed. If I kept them in the same thing, I could have made it, is it an M, is it an A, is it a B, or is it an N? Instead of A, B, C, D. Oh well, maybe next time. Maybe next time. Crufts, number 9. Last one now. Banger Racing. That sounds like a wicked slogan. Let's go check out some of that Banger Racing. Could just be talking about any racing, but it was a banger. Is it motor, animals, both, or neither? I am just having fun with this. Banger Racing. That's right. That was a banger, wasn't it, that race? So Aussie, Jeremy. So Aussie. Motor, animals, both, or neither. Ball number 10. See, look at that round. Flew through that. Smashing it out, ladies and gents. Doing a good job. Loving it, loving it. Job well done. Now again, this is the end of the round, so question repeats will be popping up on the screen as soon as I finish this spiel, 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10. Then we launch into a break again. Remember, there's a Rebus puzzle up on the break screen if you want to give those an attempt. You can just throw some of the answers in the comments for a bit of fun, so I can read them out when we come back from the break and let you know whether they're correct or not, but they're just there to keep your brain going while you're on a break, so that way you come back nice and refreshed ready to hit the next round, which will be round 3's pitch around on Aquatic Sports. But yes, so question repeats coming right up, so get ready for that. And then you're going to enjoy a break. If you're already done with the questions, then you just get a longer break. These question repeats are just for those in case you need them. But otherwise, enjoy your break, guys, and we'll be back soon. Hello, ladies and gents. We are back. And the AC is powering down. I know, it's sad, but it would just make too much noise. And, I mean, really, I would love to have it on. But I don't want the noise to get in the way and distract all of you guys. So, it's all good. So, well done on answering those questions for round 2. Let's go through the answers, shall we? And you guys can see how you did. So, question number 1, jousting. Jousting should be quite a simple one. It is indeed. For B, it is animals. Jousting is animals. It's when you're on a horse with a knight and a big long stick and you joust the animal. That's you joust the animal. What am I doing? You joust each other on animals is what I meant. Ugh. My words are fumbling. That's alright. Jousting is with animals is question number 1. Answer number 1, sorry. Number 2, air racing is a motor. Number 2, motor. Number 3, camel wrestling. Guess what? It's a thing. It is real. Camels wrestle each other. It is a sport, and they wrestle each other, and it sounds weird and bizarre, and I looked it up, and it's real. So yes, unfortunately, it is B. I believe someone said neither, but yes, it actually is a thing. It is real. It is a sport. So animals is the answer to number 3. Number 4, tractor pulling. Tractor pulling. This one is actually both. But if you did just put motor in regards to tractors, I'll give you the point as well. But in regards to both, it's because even back in the days before we had motorized items, they used horses to do it. So horses were actually used before they actually introduced motors. So that's why both is the correct answer. But if you did put just motor, then I'll give you half a point if you did just motor. So, because technically it's both. In the history of tractor racing, it has been both. Number 5, pigeon racing. Pigeon racing, well, they're pigeons. This pretty much means for homing pigeons. And that is, yes, B, animals. So B for number 5. Number 6, Buzkashi. I'm getting into the weird word categories now. Is this real? Yes, it is. Would you like to know what it is? Guys, it's kind of weird. It's an animal sport. And it is the sport of goat carcass pulling. Yeah, they pull goat carcasses while they're riding on horses. It's a sport. Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird. But again, it's random stuff that we learned with this trivia, so that's why I like doing this, because I get to learn random facts, and so do you. You are now going to know that random fact that Buzkashi is an actual sport. It's an animal-related sport, and they are people riding on horses pulling goat carcasses. And I think their objective is to try and pull it and get it into, like, over a line on the opposite side of a field or in a goal. Oh no, it just seems weird. Moving on before it gets even weirder. I don't even know if it could get weirder. Slot car racing! That's the little slot cars that you play with. It is, of course, a motorized sport. Slot car racing for number 7. Back to normal for that brief question. Number 8, Gymkhana. Did we just get weird again? Well, it is actually a motorsport. It's more like an equestrian styled and with motorsport. So it includes both animals and motorized items as well. So Gymkhana is actually C for both. It's a type of motorsport, but it's also a type of equestrian as well. So there's like subcategories of it. So that's what Gymkhana is. Number 9, crofts. Crofts. That is actually animals. And you know what it is? It's an international dog show. That's what Crofts is. It's a type of international dog show. So I was like, Crofts, this sounds like a weird game of like pick up sticks or cards or some sort of like, you know, those things you drop with the ball and you got to pick them up. What are they called again? I forget that game. But it kind of sounds like that. But no, it's an international dog show. So it's for animals. It's B. Crofts is animals. Only dog fans should have known that. Rambo. Rambo. You're giving me Rambo over for... Oh, which one are you giving me Rambo for? Which one are you giving me Rambo for, Malcolm? I can't remember. Sorry, because there might have been a delay on that response, so I've gone through the questions quite quickly. And then number 10, Banger Racing. It is a motorsport, which different cars on different tracks like tarmac, dirt, shale, and chalk track types of motorsport. So Banger Racing is actually a thing, and it's a motorsport. So that's number 10. So there you go, guys. Round 2's answers are just like that. Oh, Rambo and goats. Oh, okay, interesting. They actually do that? The goat carcass pulling thing in Rambo? I didn't even know. That's like, so, there you go. Fun fact, I think. Maybe. Could be wrong. I'm just assuming that's what he means. But there you go. Apparently, the mention of rainbow, not rainbow, Rambo, and goats. Alright, so, moving on to round 3 now, guys, which is the picture round. That's right, we do picture rounds now. So, I'm going to go into the game on section, so now you're back on the answer section for your picture round. What's going to happen is, you need to tell me what the name of the aquatic sport is based on the picture. So, the name of the aquatic sport based on the picture. And Malcolm says, yes, they did do the Buzkashi goat carcass pulling in rain, and I keep saying rainbow. Stop saying rainbow. It's Rambo. Rambo, Jeremy. Rambo. Wow. So they do Buzkashi in Rambo. Super cool. There you go. I've learned a random fun fact in giving you guys a random fun fact, which means you've learned 2 random fun facts, except for Malcolm because he already knew that. So, unfortunately, he didn't learn that, but he learned about esports. So we're all learning here, guys. Together. Learning, having fun, drinking beer. Well, I am anyway. And yeah, doing some trivia along the way. So, pitch around, which means I need to jump off. Oh, maybe I can just slide. I'll slide my chair over. Can't be bothered jumping off. I've been standing all day at the day job that I had today, which was the escape room. Lovely job. Awesome job. I love it. But I was just standing a lot of the time. So, I'm glad to be sitting now. So, pictures are going to be appearing on the screen in the center. That's why I've slid over. Because as you can see, you need to tell me the name of this aquatic sport. Name this aquatic sport. This actually brings me closer to the beer. Maybe I should just do all picture rounds so I'm closer to my beer. The setup that I have here. I don't know, the beer's getting warm. No, it's been too long. Name the aquatic sport. Well, I've got to put my timer on so I know how long the question's been asked for. Otherwise, I want to drag on chatting away because I enjoy all of your company. I hope you enjoy mine. So, name this aquatic sport here. The headless something. No, it's not that. I'm kidding. But again, joke answers. Welcome in the comments if you like. Feel free to go joke answers in the comments. Number 2. Name this aquatic sport. Hopefully the picture is good enough and big enough so you guys can make out what the sports are. I really hope they are. Pretty sure they will be. Not sure what devices you're watching these on. Maybe phones, iPads, computers. Some people Chromecast it onto TVs, which means it's going to be huge. Huge, mate. Massive. And that'll be awesome. Tiny bit mighty. That's right, that's me. Name the aquatic sport, number 2. Right here. And again, I got to learn some cool stuff and maybe even come up with some fake ones. Actually, no, not really. I didn't do fake ones. They're all real aquatic sports for this one. Not the multiple choice option. But number 3, I got to learn of the variety of aquatic sports. Like this. You may be thinking, what are they doing? Guess what? It's a sport. Yep. So what do you think this aquatic sport is? This looks kind of fun. I actually looked some of these up and I was like, now all I need, I actually have a pool, we have a pool here. Now all I need is friends that are able to come over and play, which is kind of hard with COVID, so that sucks. And then these cool snorkel face masks that allow you to breathe underwater forever. Maybe some flippers, and whatever the equipment is. And bang, we have this game to play in the backyard pool. That's right. So I have one of all those things that we need, which is the pool. Well, no, I have friends. God, that's horrible. No, I have friends too. I just can't see them because of COVID. Stupid COVID. So technically I have 2 of the things. Need to get the rest. Oh dear. Number 4, here we go. Name this aquatic sport. What's happening here? What are they doing? What is this sport, guys? Name this sport. That's right. Tell me what it is. What are they doing? How many people are there? People sitting, people standing. I'm sitting. I could be involved in this particular sport. That's the way. Sport. Good sport. Yeah, good sport. Number 5. This one here. Name this aquatic sport. Halfway through the picture round already. Look at that. We're flying through it, guys. Super easy. Super chill. Making great time. Making great time. Oh, I turned off the background music for this round. My apologies. Let me just throw that on for you. Forgot that the background music was off. The mic was on. That's the important thing. As long as you guys can hear me read the questions and stuff to you. Number 6! Oh, look at that elegant swan-looking dive thing that they're doing. But I'm not gonna like... Well, I'm not gonna like. It's not me, actually. That person's not gonna like the end result when they have to land. But yeah, name this aquatic sport. Number 6. Over the halfway point now. But look how elegant that looks. Literally. Captured in that moment. Afterwards, not so elegant. Because that's gonna land and hurt. Name this aquatic sport. Aquatic sports. Yeah, for the win. Alright. Number 7. This may look like a joke image, but apparently it's not. So, name this aquatic sport. Yep. It is the thing. Guys, it is great. Really is great doing these trivia nights for you guys. Because I get to learn really cool, fun, random bits of information. And then I get to share them with you. Like knowing that whatever this is actually a sport. Can't say what it is. I know what it is. But I'll tell you the answer obviously after. But whatever this looks like is actually a sport. Yep. It's a thing. It was wicked. Number 7. And then number 8. We have this one as well. Yep. Sports, guys. Sports. So many things that you may have thought you knew about sports, or you're like, I know so many sports, there couldn't possibly be that many more. Yeah. Guess what? Nah, you're wrong. There's plenty. There's heaps. It's crazy. But they all look like a lot of fun. I wonder if someone's documented themselves trying to commit and play a game of each and every sport that's considered to be a sport in the world. Like play a proper game of it at least somewhere. That would be something and a really cool achievement. You'd just be the sportiest person ever. Number 9. Name this aquatic sport. Ooh, I was holding that key there. Oh, dang. Laptop, bear with me. I know it's hot. Please stay cool-ish. Maybe my laptop overheats. Hopefully it doesn't, guys. We're doing alright. We're doing good. We're hanging in there. Stay cool, laptop. Stay cool. Name this aquatic sport. Looks like something you do in like the game of James Bond, except it's underwater. Is that a hint? Maybe it is. I think that's the first hint I've given out. Usually I give out hints. Apologies, it's been taken to round 3, question 9 before I gave out a hint. Oh dear. And a last one, finishing off with one that's probably relatively easy. Number 10, name the aquatic sport based on the Pikachu. The Pikachu. The Pikachu. The Pikachu. No, the picture. So name the aquatic sport. And as usual, that is the end when we get to question 10 of this particular round. So, once again, what you're going to do, question repeats will be popping up not long after my spiel here, of course, which will have all the pictures from 1s to 5 and then 6 to 10, and I went to throw the chair over and I just tilted instead. Thanks, chair. Yeah, so 1 to 5, 6 to 10, picture repeats coming up for the questions, and then back into another break. So, again, I'll leave the answer submissions open for you guys to get your last answers in for this particular round, and then I'll close it once we get into the break. After the break, we come back, go through the answers once again to round 3, and then we go into our last round, round 4 of the sports-themed trivia. It is a confidence round, all random questions, sports-themed related, but big points up for grabs. I'll explain how it works in more detail when we come back from this break. See you soon, guys.
call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day.
Got me thinking about you, and I'm thinking about all the things that we used to do. Thoughts are coming in a wave, so I say it to your face. Better only tell the truth. Yeah, I'm trusting you. Every time you come around, make me think you my dude. Think I know you either way. Yeah, I know you want me stay. Yeah, so are you down to ride with a bitch like me? Will you come around with a bitch like me? Told you don't play around with a bitch like me. Cause I've been around and you've been around. Cause I'ma keep it right for you, baby. I'ma do whatever that you say, yeah. Just don't fuck up my swagger that I have, yeah. Cause I've been around and you've been around, yeah. Cause I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. You ask me how it's going. You act like you don't know it. You stalk me on the low key, I like it. You showing up, you showing. Can't say it, don't get lonely. Boys that come and go, babe. I'm always on the go, babe. No way to control me. Are you down to ride with a bitch like me? Will you come around with a bitch like me? Told you don't play around with a bitch like me. Cause I've been around and you've been around, yeah. Cause I'ma keep it right for you, baby. I'ma do whatever that you say, yeah. Just don't fuck up my swagger that I have, yeah. Cause I've been around and you've been around. Cause I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. So keep it so cool. I see girls. So cool.
She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She a diva like Madonna. Gotta have it, she all done up. And if she see it, then she cop it. She don't care if you don't like her. She rockin' crew necks with some bands you never heard of. Black skinny jeans, docs on and her hair done. Got an attitude, she'll give it to your face. She don't really care what anybody thinks. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that.
Hello, ladies and gents. I am back again. Back again. Alright, cool. We're gonna go through the picture round answers, so job well done. Gonna click the stop marking, and then do the new round option, so then you all know how you did. Actually, no, well, you know how you did when I actually go through. But that should be accessible anyway to have a look at the scores. But we'll go through the answers. So that's why what we're going to do, I'll slide over again just while we quickly go through the answers to round 3 is a trivia question. So let's get right on into it. Question number 1 was this one here. What is this aquatic sport? Well, it's called aqua jogging. Aqua jogging or water jogging, I accepted as an answer. So water jogging or aqua jogging, I gave you the point for it. Number 2, this one here is called kiteboarding. Kiteboarding, she's using a kite, which is attached to a kite, using the wind to kiteboard through the water. Super cool. Number 3, what do you think this one is? This is indeed underwater hockey. Underwater hockey. So, yeah, water hockey, underwater hockey, you got the points for it. So, job well done there. Number 4, name this aquatic sport. This is actually called dragon boat racing. And if you saw the picture of the dragon head on the front, and then you saw a boat, and then considered a race, then you would have got it correct. So, dragon boat racing for number 4. Number 5, this person's on their knee on some sort of board going through the water. That's right, kneeboarding. Number 5 there. Number 6, now this one's a tricky one. This one's actually called Pigeon or Pigeon, and it's actually like kind of like a form of hacky sack, where you're actually trying to keep the ball out of the water while you're tapping it up in the air or throwing it or keeping it out of the water. So it's pretty much like water hacky sack, so to speak. But you can use your hands and stuff for it as well. So this mad dive that he's doing, he's trying to keep this above the water. So whether he succeeded or not, I have no idea. Maybe he did, and it's an epic photo of it. So that's what it is. It's called Pigeon or Pigeon. Number 7, this is called canoe polo. That's right, canoe polo is actually a thing. So water polo, but played on canoes. So canoe polo, number 7 there. Number 8, this one here, if you look at the back of her, she's got a giant fin. That's not a weird sort of image mess around. She's actually wearing a fin. Fin swimming is a sport. Fin swimming. So there you go. Like, for those people who want to be mermaids, fin swimming is your activity to get involved in. Fin swimming. Number 9, this here is underwater target shooting. Underwater target shooting for number 9. And number 10, finishing off, is water polo. Water polo for number 10. So, congrats to those who did well with that particular round. Let's move on now to our final round of the night, is the confidence round. That's right. Turn on some background music as well. That's always good. So, the way the confidence round works is a little bit different to previous rounds. So, what's going to happen is it's 10 random questions, still in the sport-themed category, but random sport questions. You're going to rank your answers from 10 to 1. 10 being the highest and most confident, 1 being the lowest and least confident. Now, the reason why you're doing this is that those rank answers that you give, or the rank scores you give your answers, are the possible points you can earn for each correct answer. So instead of just 1 point per correct answer, this is the only round where you can earn big points. A possible 55 points up for grabs just in this round alone, and the way that number works is using each number between 10 and 1 each time once. So once you've used 10, you can't use it again, so the next highest confident number has to be a 9, then an 8, then a 7, then a 6, then a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All those numbers together add 55, or add up to 55. So that's why 55 points you can get in this round alone. Big points up for grabs, hence why it's a little bit trickier. They're random questions, no set theme, not multiple choice or picture rounds. It's all text-based questions. Sometimes there's like true or false in there, but this one I don't think I have any true or false in there. But yeah, so again, you're going to use each rank number once. Points are given based on the rank numbers. Again, you don't lose points for any incorrect answers. So say you put a rank of 4 next to an answer that ends up being incorrect, you're not going to lose 4 points. You just don't get the 4 points added to your score. Now, when you're submitting the answers through Trivia At, can you please make sure that you include your rank number with your answer? By doing that, all you do is when you enter your answer, do a space or a dash or a dot or whatever it is, just to separate the answer, and then put the rank number that you wish to put for that particular answer. So then when I'm scoring them, I can give the appropriate rank number points to each correct answer that you guys are giving to me, alright? So that's all you need to do for this particular round. Put your answer, put the rank number next to it. Remember, only use each number once. No putting 10 on everything. I'll be able to tell because I can see which players submit which answers. So I can tell and keep track of who's submitting what. So again, only each rank number once. Otherwise, no points for you, okay? So no cheating and trying to put 10s in there for everywhere. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm going to go over now and do game on for the final round of today's sports-themed trivia. Let's get it underway. Question number 1 is this. In American football, a touchdown is worth how many points? In American football, a touchdown is worth how many points? That's right, American football. A touchdown is worth how many points? Congratulations to team such and such, scoring a touchdown. Taking their score to... I can't say, because that may give away the answer. Oh, by the way, the teams we've got playing tonight is Insane Bolt, Rabbit, Sporty Spice, and Dog, by the way. So only 4 teams registered on the Trivia Rat. I know some people are actually playing at home, so again, if you guys are just playing at home on your own and keeping your own scores, that's totally okay too, and I appreciate the fact that you're tuning in and getting some enjoyment out of this trivia itself. So that is awesome, and thanks for tuning in. You guys are great. Super fun. Appreciate it. Number 2. What number is next, right, to the number 20 on a standard British dartboard? So you've got a standard British dartboard, you've got the number 20. What is next to it on the right? What is next to it on the right? What number is it? Alright. And also for those who are new, maybe you haven't seen me before, this is your first time tuning in, good to see you all, thanks for joining. Feel free to like, subscribe, and follow on whichever platform you're watching this on. Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whichever one it is. Feel free to hang around and like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. To keep up to date for any of my trivia streams, fitness videos, or game streams as well. Those are mainly done on Twitch and YouTube, but I do put stuff up on Twitter and Facebook occasionally as well. But the trivia is always on these 4. Always, always, always. Friday, Saturday nights from 7 PM PST, which is California time. Number 3. How many minutes was the longest recorded point in the history of tennis? How many minutes was the longest recorded point in the history of tennis? Number 3. Dang. And remember, coming up after this, guys, when we're doing the question repeats, Risa Mei's going to be setting up her equipment. She's going to be performing for you guys tonight. So that's exciting. We have a live singing and playing performance just for you. That's right. Trivia with the goods. With the goods, ladies and gents. How many minutes was the longest recorded point in the history of tennis? Number 3. Number 4. How many personal fouls does a player get before being ejected from an NBA basketball game? How many personal fouls does a player get before being ejected from an NBA basketball game? Got a number of answers in these sports questions, eh? Sensing a theme. Sensing a theme. How many personal fouls does a player get before being ejected from an NBA basketball game? Personal fouls. Number 4. Number 5. The first ever Soccer World Cup was won by what country? Or which country? The first ever Soccer World Cup was won by what country? Soccer fans, maybe you know this, or World Cup fans even. Not gonna lie, I didn't know this. I do now, obviously, but if someone had asked me before I did my research for these questions, no clue. And my guess probably would have been quite incorrect too. Probably. Yeah, I think so. Unless it was multiple choice. Number 6, over the halfway point for the confidence round. The term home run was already previously used in a different sport before becoming a mainstay in baseball vocabulary. What was the sport that previously used it? The term home run was already previously used in a different sport before becoming a mainstay in baseball vocabulary. What was the sport that had it before baseball? Before baseball stole it, like you steal a base in baseball. Bam! Pun number 2. I know, a little bit low on the puns tonight, Jay. What are you doing, mate? Come on. It's alright. I think it's because of the heat. The heat's getting in my head. It's hot. Term home run was already previously used in a different sport before becoming a mainstay in baseball vocabulary. What was the sport it was in before baseball got it? Number 7. What is a Yankee in the sport horse racing? What is a Yankee in the sport horse racing? Horse racing. Why do I keep saying hort? Sport horse racing. Bleh. Tongue twister. It's not even a tongue twister. It's just me fumbling the words there. Come on, Jay. What you doing, mate? What you doing? What is a Yankee in the sport horse racing? Did it again. Sport horse racing. I'll get it right eventually. Hopefully. Maybe. Maybe. Question number 8. In 1971, this boxer gave Muhammad Ali his first ever loss in the realm of professional boxing. What was the name of that boxer? In 1971, this boxer gave Muhammad Ali his first ever loss in the realm of professional boxing. What was his name? I'm just going through the document. Oh, no, I did. I just didn't update. Silly me. Silly me. No, just the answer database that I have that didn't update previously. Number 9. Which ice hockey term is defined as the area contained between the blue lines? Which ice hockey term is defined as the area contained between the blue lines? I went to my first ice hockey game over here in the States, I think last year or the year before. Super cool. Literally cool, because it was cold. Because it's ice hockey. I don't know, I kind of for some reason thought, I don't know, it would just be limited to the, you know, the grounds itself, inside the playing area of the hockey. No, the entire venue's cold as well. It's crazy. I don't know why I didn't think it would be. For some reason I thought maybe I was going to be invincible. Just, like, be fine. But no, it's actually colder than an ice hockey game. Imagine that. Even the spectators have to rug up. Number 9. For those who haven't been to an ice hockey game, now you know. Alright? Thanks to yours truly. You're welcome. Number 10. How many FIFA World Cup tournaments has Diego Maradona played in? How many FIFA World Cup tournaments has Diego Maradona played in? Number 10. Last question of the night. Oh no! That's okay. We've still got some more trivia coming up. Well, indefinitely. I plan on doing this for a long while. Started this back in March. No, March, April? When did I start these? I've been doing these now for like 5 months. Dang. Started out just on Facebook Live, doing them on my phone. This has evolved. Super fun and cool now. I mean, it was still super fun back then. Oh, hello, Laser Beaver. Welcome back. I do indeed. I'm still here, but we're almost finished, mate. Almost finished. Last question of the round. So again, question repeat's going to come up, guys. Again, it'll be questions 1 to 5, 6 to 10, just like previously, and then it'll go into a... Oh, no, not the break screen. No, before that. Question repeats, and then we're coming back and Risa Mei's going to perform for you. That's right. And then we go into a break after Risa Mei's performance. And that's when I'll be doing the marking of everyone's answers, alright? So, you guys will be getting your answers in and submitting them. Remember when you're submitting them to include your rank number with your answer, please. So, whichever answer you're putting in there, put a space or a dash, and then put the rank number for that particular answer, okay? So I know how many points to give if it is correct, alright? But, yeah, so question repeats coming right up, and then we're going to come straight back here. Risa Mei is going to be performing live for you guys, so get excited, get ready, turn your speakers up. Yeah, party! That's what it's going to be. Actually, I don't even know what she's singing. Maybe it's not even a party song. I don't know. I wasn't here. I was working. But, yeah, get excited anyway, guys. It's going to be great. We'll be right back with Risa Mei's performance, guys. See you soon.
Hi.
I forgot
How
when
are
that
you
comes
guys?
off studio mode, that comes back live. Silly me, just sitting there getting everything set up.
Ta-da!
I was trying to show Risa bigger on the screen because you couldn't see because it's small.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can also hear the AC too.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Sorry guys. Well, no, I was muted technically. I just only put my mic back on then. So-
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, your ears must be bleeding.
No. I just put it back on when we came back. I noticed I was still muted. We were just looking at stuff. Oh, that's what we could have just done. Just let the sound off and just be like, just give you like sign language stuff while we're setting up and be like, yeah. Now
Really
we're just
should learn
setting
some sign language.
Setting the screen up on how Risa wanted it for when she does a performance. But ladies and gents, we are now here. We are back. Good to see you all here. And yeah, make welcome Risa Mei. She's about to perform live for you guys.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm going to be singing live for you guys on Saturdays now instead of Fridays. Just because I know that some of these days I'm going to have some pretty long days. So just to give me a little bit of a break after my work shift, I figured I'd just come and do this on the weekends instead. That way I'm not killing myself on the weekdays completely. So yeah, I know that most of you guys will recognize this song. It's a pop song. It's fairly well known, very well known. But I like it, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So yeah, here it goes. Thought I'd end up with Sean, but he wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about Ricky, now I listen and laugh. Even almost got married, and for Pete I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, 'cause he was an angel. One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing. I've loved and I've lost. That's not what I see. Look what I found. Look what you taught me. And for that I say thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so fucking spend more time with my friends. I ain't worried about nothing. Plus I met someone else. We having better discussions. I know they say I move on too fast, but this one gonna last. 'Cause her name is Risa, and I'm so good with that. She taught me love. She taught me patience, how she handles pain. That shit's amazing. I've loved and I've lost. That's not what I see. Look what I found. Ain't no need for searching. And for that I say thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. One day I'll walk down the aisle, holding hands with my mama. I'll be thanking my dad, 'cause she grew from the drama. Only wanna do it once real bad. Gonna make that shit last. God forbid something happens. At least the song is a smash. I've got so much love, got so much patience. I've learned from the pain. Turned out amazing. I've loved and I've lost. That's not what I see. Look what I found. Ain't no need for searching. And for that I say thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. you. Next, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you. Next, thank you. Next, thank you. Next, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you. Next, thank you. Next, thank you. Next, yeah. Thank you. Next, thank you. Next, thank you. Next, yeah.
Woo!
And thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Risa.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So that's Thank You Next. Ariana Grande. Of course, as many of you guys will know. Definitely one of my favorite songs, and I love the lyrics for it. I think it's very, very powerful, very raw, and very real. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed playing and singing that for you guys. And hopefully you guys are able to hear the piano in the background as well. We've been trying to make it work with having the microphone kind of in between me and the speaker. So let me know if that works, and if it doesn't work, then we can change that. We can try and figure a different setup for this. But yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys are ready to know who won.
Not yet. I only started marking halfway through that because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do that. But I'm halfway through the marking. I'm going to quickly throw up the break screen while I finish up the rest of the marking. This one does take a little bit longer because I've got to do the rank scores as well and add it into it. So bear with me. I'll get it done as quickly as I can. So hang in there, guys. Break screen coming right up. Enjoy the Rubik's puzzle in the meantime. And yeah, well done. Great once again
See
to
you guys
Risa Mei. And again, remember, we've got a little tip jar up on here as well if you want to throw a tip to Risa, especially for doing that amazing performance. PayPal.me/Risa Mei is how you send her a tip. And if you also like my hosting and trivia, then PayPal.me/Jeremy-Hallam US is where you can do that as well. But in the meantime, guys, here come the break. I'll get the scores quickly marked, and then we can come back, find out who the winners are, and you can get on with your weekend. So back soon, guys. Hang in there.
She is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. Yeah, she more than her pictures. And she don't need a man to save her. She's so much more than these manicures and coffee. She a boss, she a queen, she the whole team. College education, she gon' get it. Maybe be a doctor or maybe run for senate. She don't need you, she's so independent. She gon' kill it, it don't matter what she headed. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems.
Alright guys, scores have been tallied up and it's a close one. It is a close one. I've done the tallies, the standings, so everyone can see. And the scores are as so. Dog on the 24 points. Well done. Decent score there. Then we had Sporty Spice on the 30 points. And then in second place, only just behind first by 1 point, it was Insane Bolt on 38, which means Rabbit on 39 is tonight's winner. So congratulations to Rabbit. Well done, Insane Bolt, getting super close as well, and for everyone else for playing as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with us here for a Saturday night trivia for the new time that we started off with these. So yeah, we're loving the fact that we're doing these back-to-back twice a week as well instead of spacing them out, so it's a little bit of fun. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you enjoyed Risa's performance. Hope you enjoyed my trivia. If you liked what you saw, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow on the appropriate social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch and YouTube and all the rest of that fun stuff, depending on where you're watching this from. But yes, you've been awesome. I've been awesome. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay hydrated. Look after yourselves. Be awesome. Stay awesome. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week when we come back with another Trivs at Home. But if you are following me on Twitch and stuff, I might be doing a fitness workout or game stream sometime during the week as well. So get on that and like it as well. Oh, the answers. You want me to go through the answers? Okay, fine. Let's go through the answers to each of the questions as well. Even though I've announced the winners, but you can just double check. In American football, a touchdown is worth how many points? That would be 6 points. 6 points for number 1. Number 2, what number is right next to the number 20 on a standard British dartboard? Well, that would be number 1. Number 1 is the answer to number 2, right? How fun is this with numbers? Number 3, how many minutes was the longest recorded point in the history of tennis? That would be 29 minutes. 29 minutes, the longest point in history of tennis. Number 4, how many personal fouls does a player get before being ejected from an NBA basketball game? It's 6. It is 6 personal fouls before they are ejected. Well, on the 6th one they are ejected, so there you go. 6 is what I'm looking for there. Number 5, the first ever Soccer World Cup was won by what country? It was Uruguay. Uruguay for number 5. Number 6, the term home run was already previously used in a different sport, becoming a mainstay in baseball vocabulary. What was that sport? It was cricket. Cricket originally had apparently home run in it. So cricket for number 6. Number 7, what is a Yankee in the sport horse racing? Haha, got it right this time. That would be 11 individual bets. So 11 individual bets is what it is for a Yankee for number 7. Number 8, in 1971, this boxer gave Muhammad Ali his first ever loss in the realm of professional boxing. That boxer's name was Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier for number 8. Number 9, which ice hockey team is defined as the area contained between the blue lines? Well, that would be the neutral zone. The neutral zone for number 9. And then the last question, how many FIFA World Cup tournaments had Diego Maradona played in? 4. He's played in 4 FIFA World Cup tournaments. So those are the answers. So there you go, guys. And obviously I've scored already accordingly. So again, thank you so much for all playing. You've all been great. I've been great. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next Friday, 7 p.m. PST, for the next trivia session. Enjoy, I guess, the end screen that has the schedule up on it, so you can see ahead of time what trivia schedules we're going to have, so you guys can do some study and some research. But in the meantime, take care of each other, and we'll see you soon.